Hi folks, Mike here, Kirby's Country Life. I've been MIA. I kind of hit a brick wall, so broke a few phones. And Andrew's upstairs right now. So I decided I'm going to try something new. I got some different kinds of antler sheds that were very old. So what I'm going to do is I want to try see what happens when I put antique oil on antlers. So you see this antler here has got some moss on it. It's cracked up. This is a whitetail shed. It's an old one. This here is a muley shed. And these have been out in the sunshine, and this one's not as cracked, but it's definitely sun faded. So I got those. So this one here was used as a garden ornament. This is a moose shed. She's in really bad shape. I don't know if I have to wire brush that or whatever, or leave it the way it is. This is an elk shed, a small bull elk. So if it works, this is the one I'd like to try and restore. So we'll start with a couple of deer antlers because they're a little easier to find. So I got this whitetail shed. I'm just going to take the moss off of it with a sanding sponge. I don't need it super clean because I want to see what happens. So that's not bad. I'm curious, like I want to make it have like an antique look to it. So we'll get the moss off of it. So, yeah, here's the muley shed. Just gonna clean up a little bit of the moss and algae that's on there. I don't know how bad this stuff smells, so we're gonna find out. But, oh, that's not too bad. I put a little bit in my bucket, and let's see what happens here. Oh, I thought it would be darker. Well, maybe it'll darken it right up. When I'm done with these, I'll put them out in my shop to dry outside because this stuff is not the best in the world. Oh, it is darkening it up a little bit here. Otherwise, maybe next time I'll use a stain. I can try that too. Bone is very porous, so we're just going to put it in there. Okay, so I guess this is a light oil. It didn't have the effect that I was looking for, but it is shined up. So that's okay. And actually, it doesn't even smell very much. So Okay, I'll try something else. Let's see if we can do something else. So I'll just soak this up. Keep in mind, varnishes and oils are extremely flammable. Like, don't leave them in your house. Put them outside where they're safe, because they can spontaneously combust, especially rags. So I'll move that outside later. I'm going to try a different kind of stain, and we'll see what happens. Okay, so that didn't give me the desired effect that I was looking for, but it gave it a shine. So we'll let that dry. Here's this other antler that I had. I'm definitely going to put this stuff outside, so like, it doesn't really smell much, but still, fumes are not that great. I did open a window, so we'll see how to get some ventilation. See, this is an example of a whitetail shed that was sitting around maybe one season at the most. But you see how it has that natural look to it? So we're going to try a really dark wood stain on that other one, and we'll just see what happens here. Antlers here are not the hardest things in the world to find, so if it doesn't turn out, it's okay. That looks a little different. It's a little dark. Because maybe I'll have to put a clear on it. That's a pretty dark stain. This one definitely smells a lot worse than the other one. So this is more a stain. The other one's more an oil. But we'll stain it now. Then once everything's dry, we'll see about some kind of a clear eventually. But for part one here, just to see if this actually even works. Well, I do notice that the brush makes a bit of a mess. Got a couple splatters on that one, but I'll just wipe that off. Maybe I'll play with this a little bit. Just use my gloves. Like I said, it's an experiment. It's not like antlers are super hard to come by, especially ones that are not super special. Oh yeah, that has a little more of a desired effect to it. Just rubbing it in with my hands. Yeah, that actually worked not bad. So I got a dark one and I got a lighter one. Just put a little coat on here with mixed with the antique oil. There we go. That's kind of what I'm looking for. Just a little bit at a time till it darkens up. Like I said, this is like a total experiment. Nothing too interesting. But you can leave some streaks on there. There we go. Yeah, that's better. I like that. It's getting into the pores. And you can do many crafts with antlers and stuff. Antler sheds are something that in Alberta you're allowed to keep, and as long as it's a shed, then you can use it, and you're also legally allowed to sell it, as far as I know. But if it's a mounted product or found dead, then you need to get a permit. So there. How's that? So that looks pretty good. Give it a little darker. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. And you can go and darken it up as you go, put some streaks on it. It's never going to be the same as the natural beauty of the original antler. But if I go like this, this actually turning out really cool. And it's getting into the pores. There, how do you like that? I'll let that dry like that. This one turned a little dark right off the hop. So we'll let that soak in and dry, and then we'll see what a clear coat does to it. So a little bit of experimenting before I go and tackle my elk one. Make sure you clean your brushes. Don't leave any of this stuff in your house. Let the rags dry properly. And then outside, ideally you want your rags in a fireproof container, because they can spontaneously combust, so do not leave rags with stain on it in your house that are wet. Paper towel will dry. I'll go put this outside, or I'll burn it pretty quick. That way it's never going to cause a problem. So there we have it, folks. These are just brushes I picked up at you can pick them up at the dollar store. They're cheap, or you can get them from like thrift stores or whatever. But so yeah, we got 2 antlers that are figured out and ready to go. So if you're wondering, this is what happened with my phone while I was camping. It shattered, so that's also why I never filmed anything for a while. It doesn't even turn on. So I'm using another phone. I can't afford to replace it. So yeah, thanks for watching, folks, and we'll see you on the next one. I'll let you know how this turns out. Maybe we'll have a part 2 once they're dry, and have a good one. In his service, Crubs out.